we couldn't do it, so I'll make it so we can, and I'll just use the jackpot treat at the end. There you go. So that's my jackpot treat. And that says, okay, come on, are you sure you can't do it?
Yeah.
So we'll see what he says. That was a pretty good treat. He's like shaking his head. What do you think? Can you line up again? You like the treat.
Yeah.
So I swung my leg up, and you don't want to get your leg over the horse. You want to just hook your knee over enough that you can keep your balance for a split second. So if you put your knee over the horse, when the horse leaves, you're going to look like a frog on a rocket. So, the kids and I do an exercise for seat work on a lunge that we call frog on a rocket, where you have to keep your feet up and then fall forward and then push yourself back up, because kids fall off forward a lot, so they figure out how not to fall off that way. They have to be ready for it, and you have to do it smooth enough that you show that you know what you're doing. Because if you do it too slowly, they're suspicious. The part that I didn't show you in there was laying on them, which I should show you real quick. So before you lay on it, before you sit on it, it's a good idea to lay with your feet like this. Grab this grip. See if I got this grip. The reason that I didn't do a whole lot with him like that is just the fact that I am too big, and like bareback, this isn't really fair. So I'll probably do maybe one more of those. But what I would do, so he doesn't get a treat that time because he didn't ask if, he didn't say, excuse me, I'm getting ready to leave. He said, what? What set him off was me rubbing the girth line over there.
You doing what?
Me rubbing the girth line on the other side is what set him off. So check these sensitive areas. Get him a little more ready. Yeah, I know. And with this pony, I know that he's ready for going to the match. These areas are sensitive, but not that sensitive. So partly what I'm getting today is areas from you guys being here, because I can do this normally. Oh boy. But it's good for you to see what to do. So all the places that I just went over there are places that are liable to set him off. Like, if he's going to kick or he's going to take off, rubbing one of those places is liable to do it. Now that we've desensitized those spots, I just wanted to finish that because I started it, so. A lot of that work you can do with like a ball and a tarp. Yep. I got your hair now. You can do with a ball and a tarp, and by the time that you're actually getting on them, they're like, you're nothing compared to a cart. Yeah, so that's super important to do. A lot of people after rescue kind of ignored my sheets on the ball in the cart and just said, well, I can't, it scares them way too much. And I would say, well, you've got to work on it. They'll go work on it, you know, for a day, and their horse will go, I hate the tarp, and they'll just never do it again. And the thing is, the horse doesn't hate the tarp. The horse hates being scared, and so if you can get him, well, he hates even more being confused, but if he's confused and scared, you don't want to just quit on it. You want to let your horse know that you want to work with the obstacle in a way that says to the horse, like, you know, we're all afraid of things, but we all feel better when we get over a fear, no matter what it is, because getting over a fear helps all of your fears, not just one. So, you know, you'll see horses that you'll bomb-proof them, and then they'll go into their pasture and move up in the herd. Or maybe a horse that's wasting a lot of calories running around like an idiot all the time, and just a little bit of bomb-proofing lets them keep more weight on. So the more afraid of the thing your horse is, the better chance you have for really impacting your horse's life in a positive way. If it's only something that they're sort of afraid of that you're working with, well, you know, you don't necessarily have to bomb-proof them with it. You could just let them spend some time around it and they'll be fine. Or if it's something they're genuinely afraid of, that's a really huge opportunity for you to do something together and really have your horse realize that, you know, you've got something to give other than, you know, just treats and pets and stuff like that. When your horse really starts to like you is when you can make a difference in his whole life. And that helping him get over fears and giving him a structured way to address things that he's afraid of does that. So if I wanted to get up on here, mounting blocks to the other end. I ought to use a mounting block and not pull on his back like this. But I would set my foot in the stirrup and I take it out. Or I set it in and I take it out. And as much as possible while I'm doing this, I have to face the tail so he can't kick me if he gets startled. But I should check to make sure those little noises don't bother him. You know, this doesn't bother him. You know, all kinds of stuff like that. And I know it doesn't because I work with him. But with the average horse, you could spend a day just flapping your stirrups around.